Thank you to everyone who provided feedback on our video entitled, "What Canada Do You Want to Live In?" With gratitude, we have noted all the feedback that was shared. It is clear to us that a growing number of Canadians are angry and concerned about the present and future. They want a say in their country's direction and future. And even if that means returning to the way it used to be. We as a people are at war with a privileged globalist elite. This war is being waged partly through immigration. There are many establishment forces, implicit and explicit, that are imposing a global mosaic, including radical extremism, on all Canadians. If this globalist doctrine runs its course, there will eventually be no distinct Canadian identity and no distinct Canadian culture. Canada, as we know it traditionally, will cease to exist. Why should you be concerned? The freedoms and rights we enjoy will be under increasing threats. Your own future, your children's, and the country's future will be under increasing threats. We see these threats right now. For examples, the massive immigration flows of around 320,000 plus a year into our country. The Islamophobia motion, M103, and the potential quelling of free speech. The infiltration of all levels of government by some minorities. The growing extreme accommodation in our public institutions. And the rampant political correctness. There is no need or place for political correctness in our tolerant society that is accepting of differences. This tolerance is enshrined in the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, where all citizens have recourse against racism. The National Advancement Party of Canada shares these concerns and anger, as we are a messenger of the Canadian people. We support Canadian nationalism over globalism. We are pro-Canadian and anti-globalist. We support an immigration policy that puts the Canadian people first. Our immigration policy includes rigorous screening that keeps people out of the country who have ideological beliefs inconsistent with our liberties and civil rights. Less dependency on immigration through tax incentives for larger traditional families. Dismantle the temporary foreign worker program. Requirement over time for new arrivals to integrate into our country or be deported. Requirement that permanent residents live in Canada for 10 plus years before being considered for citizenship. Deporting permanent residents or any other non-citizen for any criminal offense. And ban on the practice of radical extremism, whether as a religion, ideology, or way of life, that violates our liberties and civil rights. That is a ban on the ability to teach, preach, distribute, ask and receive accommodations in our school, and or receive special treatment in regard to radical extremism.